Hi everybody, my name is Eli.
I'm Jason.
I'm Kate.
I'm Jaden. And we are the Yahoo and the Torah YouTube channel.
And we thank you guys very, very much for hanging out with us and being part of our little family. We love you guys very, very much, and we appreciate you, everybody who's out there. And it is another wonderful day that our Creator has made, and let us rejoice and be glad in it. And, well, we're still alive, fellas. We're still alive. It's another day, and every single day we must praise our Creator that He has given us the air that we are able to breathe, that He has allowed our hearts to tick a little bit longer, that He has allowed us to have another night of restful dreams. Have you guys had any dreams? Did you guys have any dreams last night?
I
did not
remember anything. I think I did, but I just don't remember what it was.
Talk not into your hand. Maybe talk into the mic. That would be helpful. What's the craziest dream that you guys think you've had? What's something crazy that is? Anyone have anything that you can remember? Which is kind of funny, because those are the kind of things about dreams that, number one is, where do we go exactly? Who creates the storylines that we dream? And why don't we remember where we go and what we dream? And do we really go anywhere, or are we just all in our head? And what's really going on? Anyone have any thoughts on this?
I don't know.
I think dreams are based on fears and what people want.
What about good dreams, though, that don't have? I mean, is it just? There's dream. I think I've had dreams.
There's good dreams based on maybe something you want or something.
So you think our fears?
These are subconscious or something.
Something like that.
The subconscious comes and attacks us, and
What about the wild ones where you're sitting underwater or something? You're like breathing underwater, walking around.
What about the ones where somebody's attacking you, can't run? And it feels like you're either you can't get away, or I've tried to sometimes punch people in my sleep, and you can't fight them in your sleep. It's like,
or you can't yell, nothing comes out.
You can't yell, nothing comes out. I've had dreams, and I don't remember. I wake up in the morning, and I remember that I cried all night in my sleep. I don't know if you guys have ever had those or not, but for whatever reason in my sleep, I was extremely sad, extremely crying, and there are chickens flying out, and my wife's trying to do some stuff over here, so I don't know if we're going to end up dead this morning or not. The chicken flies out of the house, the dogs are here. We're all going to end up in dead. Okay, what crazy stuff? Have you guys ever had any kind of revelations or anything in your dreams? Anything that is useful? Or anything?
I don't think I've ever had any prophecy dreams or anything like.
You did?
I did. I had the one with the cat when I had dreamt about the cows.
Yes, you did. That was kind of a prophecy dream.
When I was younger, I had the date of my uncle's death, great uncle's death.
You knew that?
Yeah.
So somehow you dreamed that dream?
Yeah, the exact date and the exact funeral and everything. It was really close. So.
Yeah, the thing about dreams is they can terrify you. They can change your life. They can. It's just very, very weird. Any thoughts on dreams, Eli? Any thoughts? Why do we dream? Anyone? Why don't we just sleep? Why didn't our Creator design us just to go to sleep? We wake up and there's rest. Why do we end up in another world? Why is our mind still awake? Why are we inventing storylines?
Well, I don't think our brain sleeps because he's working the process of our body, so he probably needs some entertainment.
Eli says our brain likes to be active. I've had dreams. I guess when you're talking about the dreams being orchestrations of our fear, Jade, that could be very much true. I will tell you I don't think it's a nightmare, but it's a dream that I have that it never ends. Is I'm packing a house. I'm moving somewhere, and that has been the story of my life: is packing up houses and always doing it in a rush, always forgetting stuff or something of the sort. And I still, as an adult, dream those things that I can't get my house packed. I'm the only one there packing the stuff. It's really weird and bizarre. Anyone have any kind of weird recurring dreams like that?
I had moving dreams all the time.
Yeah, moving dreams?
Yeah.
Anyone have dog dreams at all?
The dogs are my dreams a lot. Sometimes there's some dog fights in my dreams, not a lot.
I'm usually in my dreams. I'm usually either hanging out with you or hanging out with your mother. Or we're doing something. I mean, sometimes I'll be driving in cities I've never ever seen before. I have no idea where I'm at. Sometimes I'm on icy roads, and for those who live in nice countries, not nice countries, but warm countries, you don't even know what I'm talking about. But there comes a point when you live in places like North America and Canada and all those places, Russia, it gets super cold. And you get ice on the road, and we call that black ice. And so I guess maybe one of my fears is sliding off the road or going crazy. But I used to drive on icy roads all the time. All right, well, that was it. Thank you guys very, very much for that little discussion there. Today is month 9 on our Creator's calendar. That makes it our, what day is this? The 19th? 19th day on our Creator's calendar. It is the 13th day on the Gregorian Babylonian calendar, and it is the 3rd day of this week. And anyone remember Bible stats from yesterday? Remember how many we had that we gave out yesterday?
I think you said it was 12 or 17.
I can't remember what it was. But anyway, today's Bible stats of downloads is 189 of one and 17 of the other. So Yah is well over 200 downloads so far this month already. And that being only the 13th day of December, that means we could probably distribute, hopefully, 400 Bibles before the end of this month, which is amazing. And I will tell everybody out there, today I ran into the very first person that I think is not, I'm going to say credible. I mean, I think everyone's credible for the most part, unless they come from the Hallelujah Scriptures. But they said they were in the Caribbean and Caribbean. I don't know if you call it Caribbean or Caribbean, whatever you call it. And they did receive a free Bible. And they said they just emailed them and they did receive it. So I have first reports of it. I don't have any proof yet. I've asked the gal for some proof. Everybody thinks I'm calling them liars or something when I ask them for proof. But the Hallelujah Scriptures is a very deceitful organization, and they have a ton of pseudonyms and a ton of fake accounts, and they're all over the place doing dirty work and things. And so I have been looking for their very first person. So thank you to that gal who did deliver that up, and we will try to verify that. And it would be nice to have at least one Scriptures in 13 years that was given absolutely free. And I'm sure there's hundreds. I would hope there's thousands. I would hope there's tens of thousands. But we also know of a $400,000 house that they have stolen, $60,000 in gold, $10,000 in silver, and they need to return that to the people of Yah before anybody should ever trust them again. Okay, so let's begin, guys. We are in Luke 19. Anyone else have anything?
No.
Okay. And he spoke a parable to them, that they should always pray and not lose heart. Wait, did I do this one already?
19.
I'm on the wrong one. That's 18. I'm like,
Yeah.
I've read this one. I'm like, I know this
I'm
one.
sitting here trying to find out where you're at. And I'm like, where?
I know this cat.
Look, that's not the first verse.
No, that's not it at all. So, okay. All right. Yeah, I'm like, wow, this sounds a lot like yesterday's. Okay, here we go. And having entered, he was passing through Jericho, and see a man called Zacchaeus. And he was a chief tax collector, and he was rich. And he was seeking to see who Yahushua was, but was unable because of the crowd, for he was small in stature. And having run ahead, he climbed up into a sycamore tree to see him, because he was about to pass by. Okay, so this dude was small in stature. What are we talking about here? Are we talking
I think he's short because he can't see over the crowd.
He can't see over the crowd.
So I think he's short, but he's really athletic because he just climbed right up a tree, like right at the top
Ran
of
up
the
a
tree.
tree and just climbed it.
You guys remember the song from back in the days?
Yeah.
Zacchaeus was a wee little man, and a wee little man was he. He climbed up in a sycamore tree, for the Lord he wanted to see. Zacchaeus, you come down. That's I can't remember the rest of the song, but that's how it went, something of the sort. So are we to say he was, and I'm not saying this derogatory, because we love our midget friends as well, but is he a tiny person?
I don't know.
Small in stature?
I think he's just shorter than
And
average.
And I said, but because he was short.
He was short, so that could be.
I think he's just shorter than. I think the average height back then was like 5'5", 5'7".
How would you know that?
Somebody said that once. I don't
Who
remember.
said that?
Something
How
about
would we know?
the Roman, the days like the Romans. They were
They
like
were
five-
around back then.
Who?
Whoever said that.
We just got taller as generations went on.
Could be.
I think every the Asian folks, they're really shorter folks. The whiter folks are really tall folks. It's just, it depends upon whatever our build is. Yeah, our genome is built at. So, all right, let's continue. He was small in stature. All right, come on, Zacchaeus. And having run ahead, he climbed up into a sycamore tree to see him, because he was about to pass by. And as Yahushua came to the place, he looked up and saw him and said to him, Zacchaeus, hurry and come down, for I have to stay at your house today. And he hurried and came down and received him rejoicing. That's kind of amazing, right? So this little feller is sitting there, and he's up in this tree, and all of a sudden the guy he's trying to see comes up, and he goes, Zacchaeus, come down. I'm coming to your house
He
today.
knew, I wonder if he was shocked they knew his name. He just knew who he was. Maybe he's just been to his tax office before.
I don't know. He was a rich tax collector. They all knew who Zacchaeus was. Okay. Zacchaeus stood up and said to the Adon, Look, Adonai, I give half of my possessions to the poor. And if I have taken whatever from anyone by false accusation, I repay fourfold. And Yahushua said to him, today deliverance has come to this house, since he also is a son of Abraham. For the Ben of Adam has come to seek and to save what was lost. And as they were hearing this, he spoke another parable, because he was near Jerusalem, and they thought the reign of Elohim was about to be manifested straight away. Okay, they all thought the reign of Elohim was about to be manifested right away.
He was about to come rain down fire and like overthrowing the Romans.
King is here, right? The king is here. Everybody thought the king is here. We're going to get out of this Roman control. We're going to get out of this world that we're in. And they did not realize what the reign of Elohim really was exactly. 12. He therefore said, a certain nobleman went to a distant country to receive for himself a rain and to return. And calling 10 of his servants, he gave them 10 minas and said to them, trade until I come. Okay, so he gave 10 of his servants. This is what's interesting. He gave 10 of his servants 10 minas. But I think it only talks about 3 of them. So let's continue on. But his subjects were hating him and sent a delegation after him to say, we do not want this one to reign over us. And it came to be when he came back, having received the rain, that he sent for these servants to whom he had given the silver, in order to know what each had gained by trading. Excuse me. 16. And the first came, saying, Master, your mina has earned 10 minas. And he said to him, well done, good servant, because you were trustworthy in very little, have authority over 10 cities. Sorry for the dogs. That's just what they do. And the second came, saying, Master, your mina has earned 5 minas. And he said to him, and you be over 5 cities. And another came, saying, Master, here is your mina, which I have laid up in a handkerchief.
Which I have kept laid up or laid up?
Which I have kept laid up in a handkerchief. Is that right? Right? Okay, yep, my bad. I just got one hand on the dogs. Miss Nicole is trying to stop the other dogs from going crazy. And here we go. Okay, 21. For I was afraid of you, because you are a hard man. You take what you did not lay down, and reap what you did not sow. And he said to him, out of your own mouth I shall judge you, you wicked servant. You knew that I was a hard man, taking up what I did not lay down, and reaping what I did not sow. Why did you not put the silver in the bank, that when I come, I could have collected it with interest? Then he said to those who stood by, take the mina from him, and give it to him who possesses 10 minas. Okay, one thing is, I guess the banksters have been around forever, right? Because Messiah was talking about the bankstas right here. These are the guys that will hold on to your money, and the bankstas of today will actually take your money, make it disappear, and they'll put it on a ledger, and you'll never see it again. It'll be on credit card, or it'll be on something else. You never see it. It goes from digital to digital, digital, and you never ever see your mina at all. Okay, but the banksters are still around. Okay, so he took away the one from the one, and he gave it to the one with the 10. But what about the other 10 people? Right?
I don't know. They probably made a little bit or something. They probably
stole it and took off with the money. 25.
There's only 3 of them left.
Yeah, there's only 3 left. The other 7 stole it and took off.
I brought you back 10 coins.
Look, the master just gave me 10, whatever. What do they call this? Minus?
Yeah,
It's a 3-month wage.
3-month wage?
Per mina or for 10
He just
mina?
grabbed it and ran.
So dude just got 10 of them, so he got
30 months of wages.
Almost
3 years of wages.
They said 100 days wage for 20. It was like basically $20.
Half these people are already in Greece right now. They're already gone, partying up in Greece. Okay, here we go. But they said to him, Master, he possesses 10 minas. For I say to you, that to everyone who possesses shall be given, and from him who does not possess, even what he possesses shall be taken away from him. But those enemies of mine who did not want me to reign over them, bring them here and slay them before me. And having said this, he went on ahead, going up to Jerusalem. Okay, what can we make of the reign of the kingdom to come? What?
Basically, if you don't want to serve under Yahushua, then you will be slain in front of him.
Slay them all. That's like something you don't want to hear. First thing all, you don't want to hear something like slay them. You don't want to hear depart from me. You don't want to hear you wicked servant, right? Things like that. All of a sudden, we're going to get a real bad feeling in there. And when we hear those words, it is over, right? It is completely over. There's no hope. There's no retribution. There's no extra thing. which is why we are given this time on this earth. We're given 120 years to repent. We're given 120 years to find the Torah, to find the way to the kingdom to come, to find the path to righteousness and to success and to holiness. And if we don't, then we're going to probably hear, depart from me, slay them, I don't know you, you wicked people, something of the sort. Okay, 28. And having said this, he went on ahead, going up to Jerusalem. And it came to be, when he came near to Bet-Fagli and Bet-Aniah, at the mountain of Olives, that he sent 2 of his Talmidim, saying, go into the village opposite you, in which as you enter you shall find a colt tied, on which no one has ever sat. Loosen it and bring it here. And if anyone asks you, why do you loosen it? Thus you shall say to him, because the add-on has need of it. All right, what are we getting here, guys?
You think a messenger came to the dude that owned the donkey first? And it's like, hey, there's going to be a great miracles happening. This is your savior needs a donkey. And the guy's like, oh, okay, that's no problem. Or do you think that this dude just gave up his donkey? This dude was just so nice, he just gave up his donkey. He's like, hey, I need a donkey. The dude just untied his donkey and ran away.
Yeah, well, we know that donkeys are expensive, right? Number one is people that have stuff, you're not going to unloose it. Hey, go ahead, take off. Especially a guy you don't know, right? A guy's going to take off your horse or donkey. You'll never see him again, right? Okay, the guy just ran away with your horse. You'll never find it.
You don't think they returned it? You don't think they... Peter.
Oh, I bet he returned. I definitely think they returned it. But what I believe is that I believe our Creator has all of the situations, including the ones we are in right now, everything. He has built this long before we were ever born. He's designed this and fitted this and done things in all of our lives and all of everyone's life there. Whoever this was with that donkey is somebody that was a special person that sought our Creator, and somehow our Creator used him. And he created a miracle out of this. Because again, I do not know, because I am not a horse trainer, but I've seen movies. I've seen Babylon movies, and I've seen, I think one show I saw when I was a child was called The Man from Snowy River. And it was about this guy, and I don't know what exactly it was about, but I do know it part of the movie. He was trying to train a horse, and I guess you don't get on a horse, like a brand new horse to begin with, unless you're ready to take a ride, like a real ride, right? And what do you remember? Marty Robbins has that song about the horse that the guy tries to train, and the horse kicks his heels up to the sky from upside down. It's going to take you for a ride, right? And so I don't think that you're going to be able to just sit on a brand new colt. Messiah would have gone for a ride if this was not some miracle, right? This thing is not going to just let somebody sit on them without being trained. And so I think this is a multiple miracle all upon this right here. Okay, and if anyone asks you, why do you loosen it? Thus you say to him, because the add-on has need of it. And those who were sent away and found it as he had said to them. And there's a miracle right there, right? You walk in there and there's a colt right there. And as they were loosening the colt, the owners of it said to him, why do you loosen the colt? Right? And you're not,
Why are you taking off my horse?
Yeah, you're going to be jumping out the front of your house, and you're going to be putting your hands on that guy who's unstrapping your horse, because it appears that somebody's about to ride away with your ride, ride away with your transport. And they said, the add-on needs it. So they brought it to Yahushua, and throwing their garments on the colt, they put Yahushua on it.
That don't needs it. All right, I have my horse.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the miracle of Yah, right? And I mean, the guy was he spent his entire life doing whatever it was just to have this particular colt at this particular moment and to be able to do this kind of a miracle. These things are planned out, like creation and everything else. Our Creator is extremely thorough in his planning. Okay, and as he went, they were spreading their garments on the way. And as he was coming near, already at the descent of the Mount of Olives, the entire crowd of the Talmidim began to praise Elohim, rejoicing with a loud voice for all the miracles they had seen, saying, Baruch is the sovereign who is coming in the name of Yahuwah. Peace in the Shamayim and esteem in the highest. Okay, those are great things, right? The entire city the entire city's going crazy, right? They're screaming and they're going mad and they're just shouting. And why are they shouting?
Because they think salvation is just about to come to them right away. Right now, they think everything's about to be restored. They think that Yahushua can overthrow Rome.
Everybody coughing over here? I'd love to make some jokes here, but we get banned off YouTube if I start making jokes. So I will just say, I hope you don't have a normal household cough like we used to always get. That's what I'll say. Okay. So everybody's real excited, right? Everybody's super excited. And the king is here. And some of the Pharisees from the crowd said to him, Teacher, rebuke your Talmidian. But he answering said to them, I say to you that if these shall be silent, the stones would cry out. Okay, what does he mean by this?
Basically, because even if I were to make the town meeting quiet, the stones start speaking.
Yeah, why would the stones of Jerusalem? Why could you see that happen?
Because the word needs to be preached.
No, because Jerusalem is Yah's holy city, right?
Oh.
That is the city of that's the city he loves. For whatever reason, he loves Jerusalem, and they've always laid waste to it. But Jerusalem is Yah's place, and so if the people weren't screaming for their king, the stones would cry out, and I believe they would. 41. And as he came near, he saw the city and wept over it, saying, If you only knew even today these for your peace, but now they are hidden from your eyes. Okay, what does that mean? What's that saying?
If you only knew even today these for your peace, I guess does he want the city to know peace?
No,
NIV says, if even you, had only known on this day what would bring you peace, but now it is hidden from your eyes.
So,
it's him. He's talking about him.
Yeah, because he's like, if you knew what true salvation was, because they're like, here, you're going to save us,
Yeah.
praise be, and everything. He's like, you guys your guys' minds aren't in the right spot. You don't know what true salvation is.
Yeah, and if only you knew today these for your peace, but now they're hidden from your eyes. So it's so crazy that he knew all this and nobody knew it. 43. Because days shall come upon you when your enemies shall build a rampart around you and surround you and press you on all sides. Do you guys know what a rampart is? What does your guys say on the other one? The enemies will build an embankment, and the king says the enemies shall cast a trench about thee. Now, this has already happened, right? This happened in 70 AD. The entire Jerusalem was taken over. They basically what they did is they got everybody into Jerusalem during a holy feast. Right? They got everybody in. They didn't say a word. Nobody knew what was going on. So everybody came to Jerusalem, and then they surrounded the outside, locked everybody in there, and then they starved everybody to death. Literally starved them to death. The women were eating their children. This was the abomination of desolation that was talked about in Jeremiah. This was when basically if you were in Jerusalem, you should have run for your life. If you're on the rooftop, get the heck out of there. You're going to die. And that was what these were all about. A lot of people have put that to prophecies of today, but it doesn't need to happen. It's already the abomination of desolation already happened when they sacrificed pigs in 70 AD under Antiochus IV. Okay, because days shall come upon you when your enemies shall build a rampart around you and surround you and press you on all sides and dash you to the ground and your children within you. And they shall not leave in you one stone upon another, because you did not know the time of your visitation, right? They did not know the time of their visitation. They should not have been there, right? Because they were about to be raided, and the people that had eyes to see and ears to hear, they had Messiah Yahushua right here, and if everyone believed it, they would have figured this out, but most didn't. 45. And having entered into the Mikdash, he began to drive out those selling and buying in it, saying to them, it has been written, my house is a house of prayer, but you have made it a den of robbers. So this is a huge thing, right? This is for anybody that is doing evil in the name of Yah, right? This is anybody that's doing it in the name of Yah. It doesn't matter if you're selling pigeons to the people who need sacrifices. It doesn't matter if you're selling Bibles and ripping off the orphans, widows, and lepers. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It matters that you're doing it in the name of our Creator, and you can't be doing stuff like this. You made it a den of robbers, everything. And we can't have the word of Yah being a den of robbers. It's not right. 47. And he was teaching daily in the Mikdash. But the chief Kohanim and the scribes and the leaders of the people were seeking to destroy him. But they did not find what they might do, for all the people were hanging upon him, listening. All right, well, that's it. You guys can tell from where we're at in these chapters where we're going with these.
We're almost the end of Luke.
It is almost the end of Luke, and I really don't like the ends of Matthew, Mark, and Luke. I don't like our Messiah getting owned like this. I don't like his beatings, and the thing is, it's hard to put it into a reality of how bad it was. We can have our imaginations do this, but unless you are there, unless you can see this, unless you saw the blood drip to the ground, unless you saw the beatings and the skin flip from his back with the cat of nine tails, you're not going to understand this, and you're not going to be able to appreciate it. And we do need to appreciate this, because he struggled for us, he got beat for us, he died for us, And it is not so that we can eat our pork and we can worship on a Sunday and we can be godless, heathen, pagan scum. It is so that we can be righteous, so that we can walk with our Creator, so that there is a path. We don't have to walk with this nastiness and filthiness and satanic demonology of this world that everybody talks and walks and is. We don't have to be that, and we can separate ourselves. We can walk a different path. We can seek the Torah. We can seek our Creator. We can seek His Son, and that is what this is all about. So thank you guys very, very much for listening in. Anyone else have anything?
Tonight is Youth for Yah Spanish.
Youth for Yah Spanish, Yah willing. We will do every best attempt to get this up and running. And, thank you guys very, very much. Much love to our little family out there. We love you.
All right, shalom.